I'm Vinnie Cilurzo with the Russian River Brewing Company. I'm here with your craft beer and brewing tip of the week. So looking beyond the dextrin malts, let's move to yeast. So when I think about yeast and hop creep, the first thing I'm going to do is yeast selection. So certain yeast are more prone to hop creep. Unfortunately for us at Russian River Brewing Company, California ale yeast, 1056, or any variant of that often causes hop creep. So unfortunately for those of you that use California ale yeast or 1056 or similar types of yeast, hop creep's probably going to be worse on your dry hop beers. It just is what it is. For us, we've been using it so long that we don't want to change our flavor profile of our beers, so we continue to use it and we work with it. Next thing you're going to do is just look at yeast health. Overall yeast health is one of the biggest things you can do to help mitigate and reduce hop creep. So if you're reusing the yeast from batch to batch, pull it as soon as possible, reuse it as soon as possible. If you're able to do cell counts and viability checks, make sure that your yeast, that you're pitching at good high cell counts and that you have a very high viability. For a home brewer, this might be the time to use dry yeast instead of liquid yeast. And the reason for that is that when you buy dry yeast, most of the prominent dry brewers yeast companies now will tell you that you don't need to aerate your wort, and in a lot of cases you can just pitch it directly. You don't even have to proof the yeast. So this is giving you a head start on having really healthy yeast right from the get-go. And maybe you find that the dry yeast doesn't finish quite as well, and maybe the next time you have to add a little bit more yeast, and that's okay if that's what you need to do to get good healthy yeast. The final part of the yeast puzzle that I'm going to talk about is yeast health, but specifically relating to yeast nutrients. Now, most commercial brewers will be adding zinc to their wort when they're making the yeast addition. The zinc is a nutrient that the yeast needs to go through its process of growing, respiring, doing all the things that yeast does, and in the end, just having a healthy fermentation. Now, the thing about zinc is that you're only looking for 0.15 parts per million. That's a pretty small amount. When I break that down into an actual volume, I'm going to use our pilot brewery, for example, here. That's a 6-barrel pilot brewery. And when we're adding zinc, the zinc addition is only 0.25 grams of zinc that we're adding. It ends up, I can almost count the number of granulars of zinc that I'm adding directly to the fermenter, depending on how we're adding the zinc. So if I translate that down to a 5 or 10 gallon homebrew batch, it's almost impossible to make that addition. So one suggestion I have is, if you're a home brewer, is instead of using zinc as a yeast nutrient, fall back on a proper yeast nutrient. For instance, Cervomyces or Yeast X, and there's many other brands out there that you can use. And that will have the zinc in it, along with some other nutrients that will not only aid in your fermentation and hopefully reduce your hop creep, but it'll make it a little bit easier to measure out as compared to commercial breweries that are actually just using zinc on its own. To learn more about hop creep and dry hopping, go ahead and click the link below.